Hey people, welcome to the Monday stream. I had to think about that for a second. That's right, it's Monday, May the 4th. That's right, it's the day when people say May the 4th be with you. So welcome everyone. It's a very nice, sunny, warm day today. I think it's around 23 degrees at the moment. A bit windy though, kind of a windy 23 degrees, but it's not a cold wind at least. So hope you're all doing well. Hope you had a good weekend. Let's see, William Elliott, Fast Rick, hello. Greg Keating, hello Ashnix, Lorraine. Hello Areska, what's up? Leo, Famous Master. We're going to get underway in a minute here. Intruder Alert Captain, what's up? Alan K. I'm at the Allen Gardens here. The leaves are coming in really nice now on the trees. Finally looks like proper spring now. What's up, Jacques? Lee John, hello. Hello, Zach. On the east side of downtown. We're going to keep going east for a while. Thought I'd take us through Cabbage Town and then into Riverdale. Mr. Majestic. Oh, I got a little swarm of midges around me. Those little midges that come out at this time of year. It's like a swarm all around you. Stiglash. So we'll walk along Carlton Street. Crossing Sherborne. Like those two places, Cabbage Town and Riverdale. Yeah, they're both really nice neighborhoods. Yeah, definitely breezy out here though. My hair is blowing every which way. It's kind of going crazy. Well, now the wind calmed down, of course. Okay, hello Mike. How you doing? Here's a laneway I've walked through a number of times. I think that guy was holding his takeout order up in front of his face. Whatever works, I guess. So I'll take us to Parliament Street. And then I think I'll take Gerrard, going east over the river. Hey, John Nicholson. Christos. Megan, how you doing? And Felicity, Cookies and Chaos, is in the house. And Curtis is here. How you doing? Rochelle, hello. Rebecca. Ugh. I caught something really nasty on the stream there a second ago. Hello, Jillian. Howard Charco. So nice out. But yeah, the wind kind of takes away a little bit from the otherwise ideal conditions, you know? But always has to be one little thing that's just not quite right. And more often than not, it's the wind. Hey Debs, how you doing? Just walking around in my t-shirt, no flannel today, no pocket to put my power bank in. So I just sort of stuck the power bank in the waist of my jeans, basically against my hip. So it's pretty firmly held in place there. And the cord is long enough to reach up to my phone, no problem. Alright, we're at Parliament Street. Yo, Alex, how's it going? Digital Blade is in the house. What up, what up? There's a great little neighborhood strip here along Parliament. When I first moved here like 15 years ago, I thought this was kind of sketchy for some reason. But the longer I lived in the area, the more I came to realize this isn't really sketchy at all. It's just a very convenient little stretch of shops and restaurants in a really nice neighborhood. I don't know what gave me the impression it was sketchy. Maybe because a lot of the other east end or east side of downtown here is kind of sketchy, so I just thought this would be more of the same. And you do see the occasional, you know, sketchy activity happening, but it's by no means the norm, you know, around here. Yeah, a bit of a gritty look on some parts of Parliament here, that's true, especially further south. Once you go south of Gerrard. Hey, Picard. Engage. Got everything. Dollarama, Shoppers Drug Mart. Got the no frills that I never go to. I think there was a Blondie's Pizza. I'm not sure if it's still here though. The Blondie's Pizza might not be on the street here anymore. The granddaughter says it looks like New York. Yeah, it looks like one of the many similar neighborhoods you'll find in New York, like in the outer boroughs mostly, like somewhere in Queens or Brooklyn or something. Very similar look with the old commercial streets running through the neighborhoods. Always busy, lots of people around. Except we have streetcars here on Parliament though, something you don't see in New York. Hello to your daughter. And hey, Jada's here. Hello, Jada. And Chowdhury. Got a bookshop and a guy in a window. Great Hall Bookshop. Looking at the chat. Sorry if I missed anybody saying hi. Those guys are a bit questionable. That was my day. I didn't really do much of anything today until I came out. I just worked on my video for tomorrow. Got that all ready. At least we're not walking that way into the sun as it gets lower in the sky. I think I planned it out so I wouldn't be walking west at this time. Eventually I will turn around and head west, but by then maybe the sun will be low enough it won't be blinding me and blinding all of you. Hello, Chantel. Clutching Pearls. How you doing? I'm not bad, Chantel. Hope you're doing okay. Work, play, live. Welcome to the stream, and Brent also, hello. Here's a Double Take thrift store. This is a really good thrift store. Some people say it's way better than Value Village. It's just like a local neighborhood shop. Megan used to always come here whenever she stayed at my place. Keep meaning to go there actually to see if they have any nice sort of spring jackets, you know, but I never get around to going. Fine, if I want to go out and do something like that that requires buying things in a store other than a grocery store, I kind of have to make sure I set aside an actual day and time to do it. Otherwise I'll just do all my other usual stuff and then I won't end up going there at all, and weeks and months can go by and then I'll like, I never did go there, did I? Toronto's Do What Music Guy? I should go to Giant Tiger. There are no Giant Tigers anywhere around downtown though. I'm not even sure where the closest Giant Tiger would be. Somewhere out there, out in the wilds of not downtown. Kennedy and Eglinton. Well, yeah, there we go. That's Scarborough. Trans-Canada, hello. I have fond memories of Giant Tiger though. When I was a little kid, we used to go up to Cochrane, Ontario to visit our grandparents, and Cochrane had a Giant Tiger right on its main street. Just a small little store, right? It was not like the way they are now, that sort of big box style. It was just like a little main street shop, except it was Giant Tiger. And we used to go there every time. There we got Regent Park. It's all boarded up, waiting to be demolished. This sort of last remaining section. They're starting construction on a new building right over there. But this is going to be coming down soon, these old remaining buildings here. Every time I walk past here, more and more of the units are boarded up. I think people are just leaving sort of in a trickle. They're not all kicked out at once. They just sort of leave individually until the building is completely vacant. So at one point there might only be like one family left living in a building that's otherwise all boarded up. And then once they are finally out, then the building will be torn down. You used to live in one of these old buildings, Franny, is that right? Here's another look before they're gone. This one looks like it's empty now. I don't see any units that look like they're still being used. Hey Carlos, good evening. We've got old Cabbage Town on this side. Yeah, these are all boarded up as well. Lots of ambulances going both ways. Two ambulances crossing, going in opposite directions. You still hear about the occasional incident happening here in Regent Park. It used to have like a really bad reputation years ago. Not so much anymore, but you still hear about the occasional thing, including just a few days ago. I saw on the news some guy was running around with a knife trying to stab random people, like strangers, and he did stab one person who was seriously injured. And then the cops came and basically got the guy to drop his knife right in the middle of the street. He was standing right in the middle of Dundas Street, sort of walking around erratically with the knife. The cops got him to drop it, and then they tackled him basically. And then he was complaining that they were hurting him and all that, after he just stabbed a complete stranger, almost killing them. Hey Billy T, how you doing? These ones are still occupied by the looks of it. They're not boarded up yet. Seems like everything from there down though is boarded up. Limitless Thinker and Navindat, welcome. Tired of being cool. How you doing? Kind of hard to see the chat. Oh, it's bright outside. Actually atomic, hello. And hello, Lena. Hello, BL. Kim's Convenience is on Queen Street, so south of here. Not too far away. Maybe about a 10 to 15 minute walk away from here. Trying to get my gimbal to straighten out. There we go. Right, Alan? Enjoy. So, Regent Park, or what's left of it, of the old Regent Park anyway. Hey, KLE, hello. Did I read the message? I'm not sure what message, Chantel, I probably missed it. Whatever it was. So it's kind of hard to see the chat. Well, you're giving me directions to get to the giant tiger. I don't know if I want to travel all the way out to Scarborough just to go to Giant Tiger, though. There might not even be anything I like there once I get there. Alright, we're at River Street. I don't know, there's so many vintage stores around downtown that I'd probably rather go to get something kind of like I have in mind, like a cool looking spring coat, you know, that's been used but is still in good shape. Something like from another era maybe that has a kind of a cool look to it. What's up, Dingus? What's up, Scott? You're gonna donate some old jackets to me? For some reason my battery is going down even though my power bank is plugged in. Let me tend to this again. Let's use this bench. Bench is slanted. dropped like over 10% in just about 10 minutes. It's over the Don Valley. We've got Bayview Avenue down there. Got the Don River and the mighty Don. We're coming into the Riverdale area. We're leaving downtown and crossing into Riverdale. Our East Chinatown also is within that same area. Hey Reggie, I'm doing all right. Traffic's moving pretty good right now. Hello, Shannon. We got JC in the house. And would like to sleep. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. The bright sun. It's hard to see this screen, man. Holy moly. Did I ever see the movie Tommy Boy? Yeah, a long time ago. Quite a few years back. I'm not walking into the sun, but the sun is shining directly onto my phone from behind me. Just washing out the whole screen here. Looks like we're coming into some shade. Ah, there we go. That's better. Now I can actually see what the chats are saying here. What's up, Dynamics? Yeah, sorry again if I was missing any chats. Hey, look what I spotted. Get to the tower. Get to it. This is the old Don jail right here. It's not a jail anymore. Doofus and a former jail. Thinking about a potential new thumbnail here, but I don't know. I don't think the angle's very good. Hello, Harjot. Oh, we got a fire truck. Ambulances, fire trucks. Am I saying I visited there, the Don jail? Thankfully not while it was a jail. What's up, Pizza Man? For dinner, well, I think Pizza Man has made me lean towards pizza. I just saw the word pizza and that was it. I was like, well, now I want some. I might have had some last night also, maybe. City Emerald is here. Hello. Broadview and Gerard. For some reason, every time I try to say something, my words come out wrong. almost said Burrard instead of Gerard. It's like, no, I'm not in Vancouver. I do have a video where I'm walking along Burrard in Vancouver, though. Alright, so East Chinatown. I'll walk on the shady side of the street. Hello, Neville. Good evening. Happy May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. Hey, speaking of May the 4th be with you, here we go. It's Chewy. Ah, Toronto. Just human beings just coming out of every nook and cranny. Hello, Cynthia. Welcome. 315 Tricky. Hello. We're hitting 300 viewers, concurrent viewers. Just making my way through East Chinatown on Gerrard Street East. Started on the east side of downtown at Allen Gardens, right close to where I live. Come to Furniture City. Hey, Transit Mobile Scooter. Breaking the Super Chat seal. $2 for a great night. I recorded 18 short videos today. Holy moly, that's quite the productive day. 18 shorts, so I guess they'll be up on your channel. Make sure you check them out, everyone. Transit Mobile Scooter. And thank you very much for the $2. Cheers to you. Much appreciated. Thank you very kindly. I'll go east a bit further, maybe to Carlaw. And then I might take us down to Queen, so we can walk through Leslieville for a bit. Will I be stopping by Riverdale Park? I don't think so, because we already walked past Riverdale Park. It was sort of right behind the Don Jail. Hey Darren, how you doing? No gloves, no runny nose. There's too many people. Yeah, it's something you just have to accept, I guess. I think you're going to a spot that might be a bit secluded, but there'll always be at least some other person there before too long, if they're not already there. Like sometimes if I want to stop and look at my phone or something, say I'm walking down Yonge Street, a really busy sidewalk, lots and lots of people, and I don't want to get in people's way, I'll stand off to the side and I'll stand next to a pole or something like this to look at my phone. So I might stand right here by the pole off to the side just so I can look at my phone without getting in anyone's way. And almost every time some person will decide they want to cross the street, and they'll literally go right between me and the pole. Like, for some reason, they have to walk exactly where I am. It's like, oh, look at that 1 foot of space between that guy and that pole. That's exactly where I want to walk through in order to, like, suddenly cross the street or something. It's ridiculous sometimes. It's like, can a human being not just squeeze into every tiny little space? In Toronto, it seems like no, every little space has to be filled up with a human. I could probably sit on this toilet and somebody else would come and try and sit down with me on the toilet. Right, Rochelle? Yeah, that was weird, having 2 encounters with Johnny while he was recording one video. Just totally random. What's this? Another toilet? I've entered the toilet district, I guess. Come to Toronto, explore the wonders of the toilet district. Logan. Carlaw is just up ahead. We're going to take Carlaw. It's more interesting. Will we see another toilet? Let's keep an eye out. This neighborhood must have some spicy restaurants to disable two toilets like that. Maybe they both ate at the same place. Christos, right? Better than on the sidewalk, I guess, although it all leaked down onto the sidewalk, but you know. Maybe pee in the tank. Just take the top off the tank. Maybe it'll stay in there a bit better. Alright, Carlaw is coming up. One girl's looking at me with much suspicion. Hey, welcome back, Alan. Oh, did the owner of the Real Jerk pass away? R.I.P. This is where they're building a new subway station right here, but I think they're also going to be building some new high-density residential towers right next to the new station, which makes sense. Hey, Chuck Diamond's in the house. How you doing, Chuck? Good to see you. A long time. The Real Jerk is still open, I think, just without its owner, I suppose. Or original owner. Alright, going south down Carlaw. Ooh, it doesn't smell good under here. Smells real bad under here. Maybe they should put one of those discarded toilets under here. It smelled like urine. Hey, PD. Hello, Woodstock. What's my battery at? Geez, it's still going down. What is the deal? It said it was plugged in good. It's a solid connection. Howdy Mojo. Got a clay studio called Mud. I think there's a circus school around here somewhere too. You can learn the circus arts. I think Felicity was interested in becoming a practitioner of the circus arts. Hey, Finn Anderson, hello. Hello, Elvin, welcome. Yeah, this is an old factory district here. A lot of the old factory buildings are no longer factories, they've been repurposed. Put to other uses. I might walk into our actual old town later though. This is not considered old town really. This is just an old industrial neighborhood in the East End. Just spied with my little eye the Sky Tower off in the distance. Sky Tower making an appearance. Hello, Yvonne. Am I going to Freshco? I don't think so. Chris the Pepsi driver, how you doing? You recognize me from Johnny Stride's video? Finander, yeah? Well, I have appeared in probably dozens and dozens of his videos and streams over the years. Too many to count, I think. Well, not too many to count, but too many to think of offhand anyway. Adam's Apple, hello. Oh, I forgot to sort of watch out for the circus school. I might have walked past it already. It's somewhere along here though. And there's also a Star Wars store. Is it still open though? Well, it's still got all stuff inside. Yeah, this is a Star Wars store right here. Guess it closed at 6 o'clock. I wonder if they had any special event today for May the 4th, you know? If you ever want to go to a dedicated Star Wars store, it's right here. Fourth Moon Toys is the name of it. Carlaw. Yeah, you'd think they'd have a special sort of day, staying open later today and doing all kinds of fun things. Maybe they did do fun things, but then they just closed at 6. But it'd be a good day to extend the hours. Hey, Whitby dude. Well, I guess that kind of worked out though. I wasn't even planning that. To walk past the Star Wars store on May the 4th. Just sort of all came together that way. Yeah, I wonder if all the more recent Star Wars movies and shows have sort of poisoned the well a little bit, you know, for a lot of the fans, a lot of the long-time fans. There's a lot of those newer shows and movies just weren't very good in my opinion, but at least the old ones are still there. BBD, hello, welcome. It's warm today, like over 20 degrees. Windy though. Riding Reckless, hello. Jake Eves. And Stewie is in the house with a generous 20 bucks. Hello, Ken. When is the next food tour happening? Yeah, that remains to be seen. I guess Felicity will think something else up at some point, but yeah, it'll happen eventually, I'm sure. But thank you very, very much, Stewie. Very, very generous. Cheers to the 20 bucks, Stewie. Much appreciated. Thank you. See how windy it is there with my mop blowing around. And may the 4th be with you, Stewie. Always. There's a Maker Pizza. I noticed back there they had some offices here on Carlisle also, but it looks like they have a storefront too. Doesn't look like it's open though. Kind of odd for a pizza place to not be open at this time, even if it is a Monday. Hello, Doofus. So once again, we have both Doofus and Dingus in the chat. The double D's have come to the chat. How exciting. Don't get too excited though, this is not an X-rated chat or anything. R-rated maybe? At the most. It's not G-rated, despite what some people seem to think. I never said this was a G-rated chat, or even PG-rated. Alright, we're at Queen. Hey, John Rocks, hello. Jake Eves, happy birthday. Cheers to you, Jake. 27. Well, may the 27 Club have no part of you. That's reserved for rock stars anyway. Hello, just Smitty. Alright, we're in Leslieville. There's the original production offices of Degrassi back in the Degrassi junior high days. Playing with Time Productions, that might sound familiar. If you watch that show, they had their offices in that little building across the street, right behind the streetcar. They're not there anymore, but that's where they were for a long time. Robert Armstrong, $2. Don't record you. Robert Armstrong sending some dingus energy in the chat tonight, along with a super chat. Thank you very kindly, Robert. Well, you know, there is no expectation of privacy in public, though. Which is what I've said to more than one person. Alright, so Leslieville. Never noticed this little side street before. Look how nice these townhouses are over here. These are really nice. How charming. Over an hour in, 336-ish odd people watching. Thanks everyone for checking out the Monday stream. Welcome to any new viewers. If you haven't subscribed yet and you're enjoying, by all means, it would be awesome if you just hit that subscribe, and maybe you'd like to come and say hi in the chat if you do that, or not. But if you do subscribe, hit the notification bell, because I go live like this about 3 times a week, and I post pre-recorded videos on the other 4 days of the week, which are in 4K, better quality than my streams. But they're not as long as the streams. What's the frequency? 69.69. The Leslieville Value Village. Here's this awesome bookstore, Queen Books. Read a romance, a sci-fi, art, fantasy, poetry, weird, long, short, funny music book. I'm currently reading a sci-fi. I'm almost finished. I'll probably finish it tonight. Got these fake books here. Really neat storefront. Queen Books. They don't have real titles though. It's like the words that you see in AI that have no meaning and don't even look like real letters. Hello Ron, how you doing? Hello East Story. Digital Blade, yes, that's what I'm reading. I liked the movie so much I decided to read the book. And yeah, I'm really enjoying it. It's quite the page turner at times. Chock full of nerdy science jibber jabber, which I enjoy. Right, Leslieville. We're heading back towards downtown now. Hello. Hi there.
Financing perspective.
Mostly I put.
Jimmy Simpson Park. Let's see what Jimmy Simpson is. I want to pause and read. 44th Mayor of Toronto. My phone is at 69% battery. Nice, but why is it still falling? I don't get it. Seems like on colder days, the power bank keeps my phone fully charged. And on a warm day like this, it doesn't. It's the heat, yeah. It's not even hot now, though. The sun went behind some clouds. It just feels comfortable. Hey, Alec Marshall.
And then I was like, let me buy another one. She's like, please no.
The PetSmart Dollarama. Yeah, I think my hometown North Bay has the same sort of retail offerings as Timmins for the most part. You might have a few more things that Timmins doesn't have. It's somewhat bigger than Timmins, but not that much. Guess it depends on how big of an area around the city you include. Wabba wabba, hello. I have no idea what you're talking about, Jesus. Jesus, you're making no sense. Hey, Carl, hello. Signal dip. I didn't see it on my end. Huh. Got over 350 viewers though. Slowly climbing a bit. There's a Chez Nous, the old Polton block from 1885. This is one of the more imposing buildings here in Leslieville. There's a couple more floors than most of the other buildings along here.
ridiculously. I think there was like burrito boys. No, and I get that from work.
A new Mexican street food restaurant right here, Al Cazo. Mexican street food. That guy looked like a member of the Black Crows or something. Hey, little baby, let me light your candle, cause I'm gonna show her the handle now. Hello, Rizanav. Jesus is welcome to ramble on as long as he doesn't break any of the chat rules. There's no rule against not making any sense. Slayer Burger for all you Buffy fans. Or I guess death metal fans also works. There's two types of Slayer fans, I guess. The vampire killing type and the death metal type. Little peeps. Hello, Jasmine, welcome. You were thinking band, Lorraine? I'm surprised you weren't a Buffy fan, though, at some point. Or maybe you were. Here's the Opera House. Live music. I wonder if Slayer ever played there back in the day. And I guess the pizza loving type also. I'm two of those three things. I was never really a death metal fan, although I have been to many death metal shows that my friend would bring me to, even though I wasn't really a death metal fan. But I am a fan of Buffy, and I am a fan, obviously, of veggie burgers, so or pizza also. Hey, crikey. Alright, Broadview again. So we were way up north by Gerard earlier. Archie's is coming soon, I guess. Not sure when. Spring is still here for now. I wonder what kind of place Archie's will be here in the old Broadview Hotel. It used to be Jilly's back when it was a strip club.
Okay.
Hello, Joseph. When I think of Archie, I just think of Archie comics. That's just something I grew up reading, were all the Archie comics. And I think of that song, you know, ah, sugar, you are my candy girl, and you got me wanting you. I have an original 45 of that song from 1969 that my mom had as part of her music collection, and I snagged it for myself, so now I have it. It's because I was a big fan of reading Archie comics, so I wanted the record, you know, I wanted the Sugar record. And I knew my mom had all these old 45s in a box, so I thought, I wonder if she has the old 45 of Sugar, and I dug through that box, and lo and behold, it was there. It was like finding treasure or something. I think Andy Kim wrote the song. I don't think he sang it though. I think the people who sang the song were part of a group called the Ohio Express. They weren't like a real band, but they released records. And they sang in the recordings for some songs by non-existent groups like the Archies, who are not a real band. But Andy Kim wrote it, that's true. That song was #1 on the day I was born. So there you go. Maybe that's why I felt the need to own it. I needed to own this record. Ron Dante, was he part of the Ohio Express or whatever it was called? Hey, look, we got two different towers. We got the CN, of course, and we got the Sky. That's kind of neat. They each have their own side here. Hey, Zach Thong, hello. Hello, Roby. I was born September 19th. Back over the Don Valley again. We were born one day apart. I'm not sure what time I was born. I have to look at my birth certificate. I have the big paper birth certificate that has the time on it. river again. Hello, Sapand, welcome. That's quite the view, looking down King Street. This is where King Street begins, or ends. All right, can I cross? Looks like I can. Hey, Jefferson. Yeah, 1969 was a good year, I guess, for the 60s, right? Except for the Manson murders. Take away the Manson murders and the rest of 1969 was pretty good. The moon landing, you got Woodstock. You got the Beatles releasing Abbey Road. You got me being born.
I don't think so.
Yeah, next week, SG, that's right, next week. I'll be a North York man. Do you plan on moving to Toronto, Ohio, SG? That is the question. I'm going to try something. See if I can get a better connection to my power bank. And this pole. Maybe I'll leave that for a special live stream. That other one was slightly crooked because someone else tried to sit on that one, maybe. Born in Boston. We've had some Bostonians in the chat from time to time. I'm not sure about right now. If we have any Bostonians. Turned onto St. Lawrence Street, which is in Corktown. It's not in the St. Lawrence neighborhood, it's in Corktown. But we will be in the St. Lawrence neighborhood, it's right next door. Hey, Phil from Connecticut, that's true. Here's some birds chirping. We got birdos. Trolley Crescent. I imagine at one time trolleys went through here. On Trolley Crescent. Now I have sugar in my head. And maybe some of you do as well. Canary District. Can I walk through here? I dig this funky looking condo here. Definitely does not look like any other condo. Math doctors, hello? Okay, I think I can walk through here. Got some old industrial buildings still standing here. They were threatened with a demolition though at one point, but That was prevented. Some community activism. So we had to put the kibosh on those plans. But they're still pretty derelict looking. Nothing's being done with them. Same with that one over there. Hello, Hunden. Ah, so nice. Hands aren't cold. Nothing is cold or uncomfortable. It's not even that windy at the moment. What's up, WMD? Yummy, yummy, yummy. I got love in my tummy. I hear some cackling laughter. What's this truck doing? Jeez. Van, I should say. This is the Canary District. This is like a brand new neighborhood, basically. Well, it was built about 10 years ago. But it's still being developed. It's not finished yet. This was built to be the athletes' village for the 2015 Pan Am Games. And then after the games were over, all the buildings just became residences for Torontonians. So, condos, apartments. Hey Mark, hello. And there's always new things opening. Every time I walk through here, I see something new. Bar Burrito now open. That might have been open last time, actually, but lots of spots you can go here now that never used to be here. Marché Market. It's pretty big. It takes up like the whole base of that building. Have I been to Basset Park? I have, last year, yeah. When it first opened, I went on one of the hottest days of the year recording a video, and I almost like got heat stroke. It was so hot. There's no shade in that park. It's too new. So there's no mature trees or anything to provide shade. I was just out in the open in blisteringly hot sun and humidity. So if you want to see me almost get heat stroke, you can watch that video. Hey, Oscar Sanchez, hello. Cheers, Derek Chow. Color purple. Yeah, welcome everyone, just popping in. How was the interaction? Well, you saw in the video, right? It was just like, oh, hey, it's you. Oh, hey, it's you again. Just kind of surprised, more or less. Got some interesting looking buildings in this neighborhood. Got the old Canary restaurant over here. I don't think it's been leased yet.
That's like with almost anything, like you do the same job.
Yeah, there was like nothing here before they built all this. It was just basically vacant land for the most part, parking lots and that sort of thing. This used to be surrounded by nothing, this old Canary restaurant building. It was like the only thing around here with a bunch of nothing around it. Some tall cranes. I wonder why it's taking so long for someone to lease that space. Maybe it's expensive. Seems like either a bar or a restaurant or a combination of both would be the most likely thing to go in there. The building looks great now, though. It was sort of run down looking for years and years. Alright, Front Street. Got a fairly new Shoppers Drug Mart here. Surprise, surprise. You missed me walking through the Canary District, Sapand. And you missed my shoelace coming untied. So I think I'm going to tie that right now. All right, we're back in action. This is like a huge Shoppers Drug Mart. It goes all the way to the end, all the way over to here. What the heck? Just like a long, narrow, I guess, Shoppers Drug Mart. This is all new. This used to be just a giant surface parking lot also, as were most of the other buildings all around here. Check out all these benches. This is nice. This was not here last time I walked through. Hey, Chris J, hello. Yeah, I guess Toronto's just a real city. Some parts are nice and tidy and clean, other parts not so much. Yeah, the sidewalks are wide enough. Yeah, this is all recently put together. Got more retail coming eventually here. This is open now. Last time it wasn't open when I walked past. Mandy's Gourmet Salads. Closed for private event. Is that what's happening right now? So Mandy's is open. Maybe it just opened. Maybe this is like their opening night or something. They have like balloons and everything. Maybe the private event is their opening, you know? Hello. Oh, Mandy. Isn't that a song? Isn't it like Barry Manilow or something who sings that song? I don't know. It's not a rock song from what I remember. Yeah, more midges. I'm surrounded by midges. Haha, Scott. Breakfast Club, John Bender. I always like that quote of his. You're a neo-maxi zoomed weebie or something like that. You're just a neo-maxi zoomed weebie. Hey, Arcade Outpost, they're coming for me. They're always coming for me. What else is new? And I think this big vacant lot will also eventually be a building of some sort. Hey, Jamil, hello. Neil Diamond? Maybe he covered that song. But I think it's been confirmed that it was Barry Manilow. Neil Diamond usually wrote all of the songs that he sang, though. He didn't do a lot of covers. People cover his songs, really. Maybe Neil Diamond wrote it and Barry Manilow recorded it? I don't know, I've never looked into it. Hey, Choppy, hello. Hello, Atuk Chale. I'm going nowhere. Well, there's something ahead of me, so I must be heading towards whatever that is. Sometimes I walk just to walk. That's pretty much what I do for a living. I just walk just to walk. I'm not always going to a specific destination. This channel is about the journey more than about the destination. Got the future Distillery District station here, not called Corktown anymore. They changed the name, now it's going to be Distillery District Station. Oh. I'm on a road to nowhere. See, everything is a song, right? Or you're on a road to nowhere.
And like other things too, but even with that, I'm like, I love.
Well, I didn't do the Elvis thing. It's too late now. I'm sure we'll hear another honk now that we're downtown. It seems odd to me, an ice vending contraption. I guess is that really what it was? Or is it just disguised to look like one? Is it just a electrical transformer thing? Disguised to look like an ice vending thing? I think that's what it is, right? It's not a real ice thing. They just painted it to look that way. It fooled me for a second. I was like, why is this here? It fooled me, Jerry. It fooled me. Yeah, they did do a nice job. I thought it was just, is that just some relic that's been sitting there for like 70 years or something? Yeah, I tried to open it, it doesn't open. It's not real. At least it doesn't open with that handle. Hey, Flex the North, welcome to the stream. A hunk of burning love. A hunk of burning love. See? Don't have to wait very long once you're downtown. Hey, Advisorate, how you doing? Like these fire trucks got something going on over here at Princess Street. Hello, Belle, how you doing? Hey, thank you for the thumbs up and for coming to say hi. You watch the replays often. Hey, much appreciated. Thank you. Sometimes the replays really contribute to the algorithm and to how many people watch my videos and streams. Yeah, we already did Elvis twice. I'll be doing Elvis every few minutes if I'm from downtown, right? Hey, Susie, hello. Hello, Casey. When am I coming to Liverpool? I'd love to go to Liverpool. And it's sort of on my bucket list. Like, as a matter of fact, if I actually do plan a trip out of Canada, I think my #1 destination will be Liverpool. Gotta go to the home of the Fabs, you know? Liverpool, 200 miles northwest of London. Nothing much ever came from Liverpool, except for British soccer teams and comedians. The city droned on wearily in post-war Britain, a nation nostalgic for its triumphant past, threadbare and tired in its present. For a boy growing up in Liverpool, the future looked no brighter than that which his father had faced, or his father's father. In 1956, in fact, there was little to suggest that out of this provincial seaport would come 4 young men in a musical revolution that would captivate and change the world. Probably all wondering, what in the hell are you jabbering about? At Sherborne, Lower Sherborne. Belle, I missed it. Yeah, I totally remember you, Belle, watching from down under. That was the opening of the documentary called The Complete Beatles. I haven't memorized. It's one of my favorite Beatles documentaries. It predates the Beatles anthology documentaries. I think it's on YouTube now. The Complete Beatles. Hey Maxim, hello. Alright, we're in the St. Lawrence neighborhood, Old Town slash St. Lawrence. I was a bit young when John Lennon died. I mean, I knew who he was. I knew who the Beatles were. I even listened to the Beatles at that age, but I wasn't really too aware of who each Beatle was, you know. I just knew the Beatles and I knew the songs, but I didn't really know John Lennon from Paul, from George, from Ringo. So I just heard that a Beatle died and I was like, oh, a Beatle died, but I didn't really know enough about John Lennon himself to like feel any real loss or anything. But then a few years later I really started getting into them a lot more, and then John Lennon became my favorite Beatle, even though he was gone. So here's another one of those. This one is painted differently. It's not a fake ice box. Yeah, actually Ringo is even older than that. He's turning 86 this year. In July, I think. 86. That's pretty crazy. He was the oldest Beatle. Just a little bit older than John. And he just released a new album recently. I'm a born Liverpooler. Have I listened to Julian? Yeah, he has a bunch of songs that I really like. Mostly from his first couple of albums, you know. Like Valot. Or Too Late for Goodbyes. That was another one I liked. More midges. These midges just swarm you out of nowhere. Get a computer from the sketchy computer store. I'm sure that would work out well. I actually bought a desktop from a sketchy computer store in North Bay over 20 years ago, and it still works. Of course, now it's like slow as molasses, but it still works. I mean, as much as you would expect it to work. I don't even think I can connect it to the internet anymore. I don't think it can run any current versions of any browser. I'd have to like find a way for it to run like an ancient browser or something. Or a current version of an ancient browser. I think it is running Windows XP, yeah. And I think it has a massive 256 gigs of RAM. Originally it had 128 and then I upgraded it. I was like, ooh, 256, now we're cooking. Here's Market Street. And I think it has 30 gigs of storage, which is all full. Which seemed like a lot at that time. Using DOS on that. I don't think I've ever used that. A spectator, hello. Yeah, Market Street here is just a little 1 block long street. Whereas in SF it's like kind of like the main street running through the city. Our Market Street would be Yonge Street. Got some patio set up here. Just need some seating. Right outside of bar, or R as it is right now. Duke's Refresher. So it has an actual name. I don't remember seeing that before. All I ever saw before was bar. Maybe they just recently added this Duke's Refresher here. I preferred when it was just bar. James Cathedral over there. Restaurant. Hello, Earth Rising? Yeah, the leaves are coming out. A lot of the trees are all leafed out now. Some aren't, I guess. It's kind of hard to tell when you're right downtown, but up ahead I think I see a bunch of trees. People are waving those midges out of the way. They'll like fly right in your mouth if you're not careful. But all these swarms of midges indicate that the lake is healthy. Kind of like the shadflies in North Bay with Lake Nipissing. So if there are no midges, then you have to worry.
Oh, that was a hunter. Oh, why are we not going there?
Because I can also go half, so we can
Let's keep up the pace. Let's keep up the pace. Jaldi, jaldi. We're building up with our
It's a bug. A little teeny bug. Oh, show me the way to the next whiskey bar. Oh, don't ask why. Just show me the way to the next whiskey bar. Dun 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 dun. Hey, Midge Adams is here. We were just talking about midges. Maybe your ears were burning. The midges are swarming Toronto and Midge Adams appears in the chat. And Jeanette enjoyed my little rendition there, I suppose. Thank you very much, Jeanette. Sing it, Ken. Much appreciated, Jeanette. Cheers to you. Still not turned on. Any time now. I think any time would be good. Miss Loba Bob, hello. Barksy Park. That's our special name for it. Although it does have some kitty cats also. And it has some weird dude there, as you can see. Some weird dude walking around with a phone on a stick. What is he doing? Something sketchy, I'm sure. Hey, have a good night, Transit Mobile Scooter. Got lots of content to post on your channel. Thanks again for supporting earlier. Johnny be good, I'm doing all right. They usually turn on the fountain sometime in May. I'm not sure what day. I guess I could look at my videos from last year and see what day it was. I'm not sure if they do it at the same time every year though. They may turn it on soon. Har har har. I see what you did there. I love that fountain too. It's by far the most fun fountain in the city. The one that I show on the channel most of all as well. Without a doubt. There's a couple other nice ones also around though that I really enjoy. None of them are turned on yet as far as I know. I think the ones in Dundas Square are turned on though. Those ones that just shoot up right out of the square. Those might be the only ones that are turned on right now. Oh, I know, Carl. We were talking about that earlier. I walked past a Star Wars store earlier on Carla Avenue. An actual Star Wars store for May the 4th. Hello, Deborah, welcome. Is this finally getting finished? This work they've been doing here for years now? It looks like it's almost finished. This lane might open back up again. All right, have a good night, Choppy. Hotel Victoria. Yeah, this is the most open this area has looked in years right here. It's always been a pain in the ass, honestly, trying to walk through here. So maybe by the summer this will be back open up and looking normal again, until they start tearing down these buildings here, which they're planning to do. So then it'll probably be closed again. They open it back up and then close it back down for another thing. 43 North, hello. I saw a few minutes ago we were just about at 400 viewers, and then it dipped down a bit. 2.5 hours in. Thanks everyone once again. Make sure you are all subscribed up and all that jazz, you know. Hit that notification bell also. I'm probably getting really close to 32,000 subs right now. I wonder how close I am. I was only about less than 25 subs away last time I looked. Like 23 subs away from 32K. Hey, have a good night, Scott. Hey Serge, how you doing? We're at Young and King. It's getting dark. Getting very close to 32,000 subs. I might even just be a few subs away by the end of the stream. Right on Sapand, making good progress. Right, have a good night, William. So yes, this is Young Street. Young and Adelaide. Forever Young. So many potential titles for Young Street videos that I've used over the years. Forever Young. Young at Heart. Hey, thanks, Jimmy Joseph. Unless you're talking to Sapand, or both of us. That's some nice lighting right here tonight. We're on Young. We were just talking about it. Forever Young. Because you can walk along Young forever, or it seems like it anyway. Eventually you'll come to the end. As T-Shods did.
I got the top 7,000 at 5 million. I'm pretty good.
Am I a Rob Stewart fan? I don't know, not like major. I liked a few of his songs, you know. Mainly from the 70s and 80s. I guess that was his heyday anyway. His raspy voice. I used to really like that song of his called Infatuation. Me and my friends used to sing it, but we changed the lyrics to our own humorous, dirty lyrics. We used to just amuse ourselves changing the lyrics to something dirty. Like Leon Russell. I just know him mainly as being part of the Joe Cocker band, you know. Hey. I never really got into any of his stuff he did on his own. Mad Dogs and Englishmen. I remember watching that documentary. I think I even have it on a old VHS tape. An ancient VHS tape. And I think I have the cassette also. Like the audio cassette. Yeah, you got the right idea, Carl, except we'd make it even dirtier. You always just hear random shouting whenever you're walking along Yonge Street or any other busy downtown street. There's just always somebody shouting something like on the other side of the street. And it's like, why are you shouting? What are you shouting at? Are people just going, yo? Yo, yo, yo? And it's like, who are you yoing at? Are you yoing at me? I don't know whose attention you're trying to get. You just always hear stuff like that. Right, we're at Young and Shooter. These people are having a party inside there. No show at Massey Hall tonight. Hey, Paul Blunt, 279. Shout, shout, let it all out. These are the things I can do without. Come on. Thank you very kindly, Paul Blunt. Cheers to you. Thanks for checking out the stream tonight and for supporting. I am a Tears for Fears fan. I would say I'm a legit Tears for Fears fan. Definitely one of the best bands of the 80s as far as actual rock bands go. They did a lot of synth pop type stuff too, which I like. So they did it all, you know. They did a lot of synthy stuff in their earlier records. Then a little more actual rock music in their later stuff. The song Pale Shelter by Tears for Fears, I think, is one of my earliest memories of watching videos, like modern videos from the 80s. That song Pale Shelter. I always remember the part of the video near the end where the paper airplane hits them in the eyeball. Might have been one of the first videos I ever watched. That was even before Much Music. That was when they just had these other shows on, like Friday Night Videos or Video Hits and stuff like that. Because that was like a few years before Much Music even came along. They already had MTV in the States though, but I didn't get MTV. Jeez, that's loud. This is the new Muzak zone here. We're walking through. The Muzak zone extends for several blocks now. So Monday, night, Young Dundas Square. Hey, Jennifer. Is that right, Jennifer? I've been using the current features in YouTube Studio to just omit a song. They can do that, where they just sort of take it out but leave all the background noise in. So I've used that a bunch of times. So if they have something else that's even better, I'll definitely use it. David Bowie, yeah, I like him too. Another manic Monday. Wish it were Sunday. That's my fun day. It's fairly lively for a Monday night, right? Like over on the corner. Definitely a lot of people milling around. Woo! You want to say hi? I'm streaming.
Hey!
YouTube, yeah. I think she's dipped into the suds a little bit. Well, I think maybe I'll wrap it up here at the square once again. So thank you everyone for joining me on a Monday night stream. Very warm stream, you know. Felt good to walk around in a t-shirt, no runny nose, no gloves, no frozen fingers, you know. Yeah, felt good. Had a lot of fun. We went all the way into the East End and back again. Hope to see you in my next stream on most likely Wednesday. So make sure you are ready to watch that one. Hit the notification bell, you know, all that jazz. Like, share, subscribe. Yada, yada, yada. And I just got a drop in signal there, just randomly right in the middle of Dundas Square. Let me wait for the signal to come back and then I'll finish my goodbyes. Who needs a signal right in the middle of Dundas Square of all places, right? No one ever comes here. But yeah, thanks to everyone. Any new viewers, of course. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next one. Channel members, all the regulars, which goes without saying. Thanks for all the support also with the super chats, super stickers. or any PayPals. So cheers to everyone. All right, I'm gonna head on home. So have a good night, everyone. I'll see you all in the next one. I will continue to not wear my shades after the dark has come. I'm gonna take these off. All right, night all.